What's up, guys? EnderUnknown here. I'm back for hopefully a shorter episode 2 of my C# text-based adventure game tutorials. First thing, we gotta change this console.writeLine over here in the attack method, or attack part of our combat thing. So it used to say, as you pass, the enemy strikes you as you pass, and that doesn't make any sense, so you should probably fix that if you completely if you exactly wrote what I put. And then also we have to get our character gold when the enemy dies. So after health is equal to or less than 0, the loop is going to close. So we're just going to have to do console writeLine, and then we're going to put, as you stand victorious over the plus the name, comma, its body dissolves into, and then we have to do a calculation there. So guess we're going to need just do a C value equals random.next, and then there's going to be a multiplier to this for like the level of it, and if there's like a boss encounter, you're going to get more coins and stuff, but we're going to add that later. So right now the minimum coins you're going to be able to get is 10, so anywhere between 10 coins and 50 coins, and that will be the value C, so plus C, and then space. Yeah, I guess we'll just do gold coins. So as you stand victorious over the blank, its body dissolves into a number gold coins. So 370 gold coins. Or I guess it wouldn't be that because of how the random works. And then we are going to just get key or read key, so that they have to press a button to move on. Now we have to go fix or finish our random. So you're going to be able to, so the first encounter sets the combat with a human rogue with set stats, but not always are we just going to want the encounter to set it. We're going to want random. So yeah, let's go grab we're going to need to make another encounter tool. So I'm just going to go all the way down to the bottom here. I think that I'm still in that loop. No, what's this then? Oh, that's just the class. Okay. Yeah, we're going to make a public string. So this is going to return a string value, get name, and we are going to do rand.next between 0 and the amount of names we're going to add. I'm probably just going to add probably, 10 sounds like a good number, and I'd advise you spend some more time on it, but I'm only going to add 4 for the sake of this video. And actually, we're going to want this enclosed in a switch statement. So switches are pretty neat. We're just going to want switch, and then you put case, and 0. So this is the first case. I think I need, there we go. So case 0 is going to be the name. So return human, or I guess we'll just do skeleton warrior. Or we'll just do skeleton. Skeleton sounds better. Break, and then case number 1, and so on. So I will be back when this is done. Okay, so I guess we don't need the break statements after this because it's returning a value, so the break would never come into effect. It would be unreachable. We're also going to want this as void, so public void string get name. Or no, we don't need void. What am I thinking? String replaces void. I'm going crazy. Okay, so yeah, we can either get a skeleton, zombie, human cultist, grave robber, or for whatever reason, if none of these get triggered, human is just the default. I guess we'll do human. I don't know, human rogue. Human rogue, yeah, I guess. Okay, so now we have to head up to random. We're going to have name equal to get. I bet this is going to have to be static, isn't it? So public static string get name. And we should be able to just run the get name method. Power is going to equal random next between. We're going to have the minimum be 1 and the maximum be probably, to start, it's going to just be, I don't know, 8. And then toughness or health is going to be equal to 1 and 10 probably. Well, okay, power's gonna have to go down to 6, or even probably 5 to start. So that's just crazy. Same with health, we're gonna go down to 8. There'll be a scaling feature, and then that should be random done. Now, we aren't going to be able to do anything random yet, because we need to add another encounter and then make the program loop. So, back up in our encounters little area, we're going to make a public static void. We're just going to call it basic fight encounter. And that should just be a easy write out a little story. So, like, you turn the corner and there you see a hulking beast, ... Then we're just going to read the key. Then start combat here, but it's going to be true. And then these values are just going to be placeholders because they don't matter. So yeah. Okay. So now we have to get it so that everything starts looping. And we have to head back into program for this. So basically, it's going to start the first encounter. Then we're going to want it to continually start more encounters repetitively afterwards. So we're just going to do we're going to create a new bool, actually public static bool, called, I don't know, what should we call this, running? Or main loop, I guess. Main loop, that's going to equal true for now. So we're going to do while main loop is true, and I don't know if we'll ever need to change this. We're going to do encounters dot random encounter. Now, we haven't created the random encounter code yet, but that's what we're going to go do right now. So we are going to want, probably in our encounter tools again, I'm going to put it above combat, is a public static void random encounter. And this is just going to get our, random encounters. So we're going to just have all of them, and it'll be another switch statement. So again, with the switch, we're just going to do a switch into a random.next. between 0 and... We are currently only have 1, so it's going to be 0 and... Yeah, 0 and 1. Because that's one possible outcome. Case of 0. And that is going to run our basic fight encounter. And then we'll add more to this list soon. Then break. And that should be the switch statement. We'll add more, like I said, later. Now, let's go make sure everything is good here. And I should be able to run this. And we should start getting our basic encounter. I'm going to go start this, and we'll see if it works. Okay, so I'm about ready to kill the human rogue here, so... Deal damage. As we stand victorious over the human rogue, its body dissolves into 38 gold coins. I just remembered something we forgot, but we will handle that in a second. You turn the corner and you see a hulking beast. Zombie. So it does work, but we have some little, should I say, kinks to work out. But look, it's the same encounter, and we are able to attack, and yeah, we have to do a health check, a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so I'll be back in a sec. So we're now back in the inspector, or the code, or whatever. We have to do a couple basic things, and then the episode will probably be over. So we are going to want to go down to where it gives us a coin, and we're going to actually have to do... We're going to have to add our players... we're going to have to add the coin to our player. So we're going to need to go program.currentPlayer.coin plus equals C. And that should just add the amount of coins that we got to our coin pool. First thing, and then the second thing, we actually do need to do a health check at the end of every action. So, what is this? Else if... So if you don't do anything, it's a read key. Okay, that might not be necessary, but we're going to keep it for now. We are going to do if program.currentPlayer.health. Is that what we interact with, or does we have a local health value stored? Player health minus damage. Okay, so no. If that is less than or equal to 0, we want our player to die. So this is going to be our death code. So we're just going to have like a little prompt, console.write line. We're going to say as you, or as the name stands tall or menacing. That's probably not how you spell menacing. We're just gonna go tall. So I cannot spell anything. Okay, the enemy stands tall and comes down to strike. You have been slain by the mighty plus the name. There we go. Console.readKey, and then that will be game over. So we'll probably have some sort of fancy game over thingy, but for right now it's just going to do system.environment.exit. And we need a number in there for whatever reason, so I just put 0. I'm not exactly sure what that does. The code that you stick in there, the number. So yeah, that is our death sequence. So this should just check to make sure if the player dies, they don't go into the negative health as well. At the end of every... So this was a big deal. We need to clear our... we need to clear. So console dot clear, just on top of our basic fight encounter. I can't think if there were any other little itty-bitty errors like this that we had. So I'm going to go test this again, and we will see if anything else comes up. Okay, so it definitely works. It's cleared. Hulking Beast. Enter. Zombie. Just gonna defend. Attack. You've been slain by the mighty zombie. Okay, so yeah, my when I died since the game closes. Yeah, so anyways, I guess I'll just demonstrate how to add an encounter, and you can customize the encounter to your liking in any way that you want. You can add more names, I'd advise that you do. And yeah, so we're just going to go over a quick addition of another encounter here. So we're going to do public static void wizard encounter, and it's going to be console.clear and console.writeLine. You slowly, or no, that the door slowly creaks open as you peer into the dark room, I guess. You see a tall man with a, and we're just going to go down to the next line. Long beard. What should you be doing? Just looking at a large tome. Sure, I'm not the best story writer. I don't need to be console.read key. Then we are going to do combat, and we are going to have a custom, so the first value will be false. We don't want it random. We're going to be fighting Dark Wizard. Power is going to be not 54, 4, and the toughness is going to be 2, or health. And then we just have to go add this to our random encounters file or method here. So if the case is equal to 1, we are going to do wizard encounter break. Then we just have to up this value to 2, and that should be the wizard encounter added. And this process could be repeated for any amount of enemies or even boss battles if you have that, unless the boss has like special mechanics. You could just do like I don't know. I can't think of any original bosses. I guess EnderUnknown. He makes a good boss. Blight of Earth. Sure. Whatever sounds neat. And then you could make the power be like 10, and then the toughness be like, 30, and then very challenging to defeat, but you get like, tons of coin. There are little values that if you know a little bit of coding, you can tweak the values to, you can tweak the values so that you can, just implement basic stuff with kind of ease. Okay. So I think that is all I have for you guys today. I'm trying to keep this video shorter so that it's more followable. No one wants to watch an hour-long video. If you have any questions in the comments, or if you want to see more, what you want me to add, I'll probably be covering puzzles or a puzzle next episode, but we will look into that. So, puzzles or maybe the store, I'm not sure. The store would probably be good because we want to get that run ability and also the leveling up and stuff, but I don't know. I'll give it some thought. Thank you guys for watching, and Ender out.